Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 WKNR. Beau, Nathan, and 6 in studio. The line of the interview happened before the interview, where Baker asked, "Why do you have Ed Oliver on the desk?" And I said, "Because I'm a Heisman voter." And you replied, "Gibbs, didn't have your mic up."
Oh, just a bus throw out of the gate.
Right out of the gates for Gibbs.
And you guys wonder why I haven't done this yet.
What
are we doing over
Shots
here?
fired. I'm just
fair,
innocent
very
on
fair.
this side of the table.
Very fair.
I'm just innocent over
His
here.
answer was, "Me too," because when you win the award, you get to
to
vote
vote. That's right.
for the award.
One of the privileges.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, you were on with some big J journalists. How does it feel to be on with some big B broadcasters?
Great. You know what? Since you guys finally made time for me, been dying to get on this for a while. So
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate that.
I think it was a good decision by us to give him the time.
Yeah, I mean, our time
really
is
good
precious,
decision.
and so our
As is
loyalties are very clearly our loyalties are Oklahoma more than Texas A&M, of course. And so, if it's between you and Miles, this is the way that we will go.
Yes,
certainly. Have you seen Friday Night Lights, the television show?
I have not.
You have not.
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's where 6 emanates from. Is from that because of your Texas roots. So you would really do that quite a bit. There's a character named Tim Riggins who calls players by their number. And you seem to be a lot like Tim Riggins. So I recommend you and the future wife, check that out. I think you'll like that a great
It's a
deal.
great show.
You guys want a fun fact?
Yes,
on
please.
Riggins? Sam Decker's dog's name Riggins.
Because of that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
See, you got to check
Fun
that
fact.
out.
There you go.
There it
I
is.
think Texas forever. I mean, I think that's probably
forever.
where that comes
To
from.
rest
Yeah,
all
that's a
hearts.
nice job. At what age, Bakes, did you realize that people would follow you?
Ooh, to be honest, I used to host like the backyard, all the sports games. We had pool. Used to invite all the kids in the neighborhood over. I'd have a sheet with tournament already filled out, teams set up.
brackets.
So I think from a young age, it wasn't even like I was trying to do it, but to have everybody like, okay, what are the teams today? Blah blah. What are we playing? It started from a pretty young age, and so my parents thought that was pretty funny that I used to like wake up on Saturday mornings and have that list ready to go, and have the phone ready to call everybody, see who's coming, cross out the names if they couldn't show up. So it started pretty early.
Did you hand out were there awards for the champions? Were there
No, I mean
trophies?
we're not giving out participation
Belts?
ribbons.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
I said for the winners,
well,
not for just
the
showing
winner
up.
lived at the house. That was me. Yeah, I was.
What was your best sport at that time?
Baseball. Through and through, baseball was my best sport, and we always had fun back there in the backyard. So I'm left-handed when I hit.
Okay.
It was definitely a lefty-favored field. There was
Like
trees for the right-handed guys, clear fence for the righty or for the left-hander. So it was definitely my backyard.
Yeah, he's a home run hitter. Just get it up short porch and right field. That's
Exactly. That's what it was.
Very much good. So you've won everywhere that you've been. It was something that we noticed immediately when you came in the door. I get a lot of hell because I've been a big proponent of you for a very long
We
time.
kept him on this side of the table for a reason.
Yeah,
for
no,
your safety.
I just watched you in college. I just watched the way you grabbed a program by the throat and led the way you did at Oklahoma, and then I just thought, boy, he's really accurate, and that's something that'll work in the NFL. As the winning goes, it seems like when you talk to people who are at a very elite level, they hate the losing as much as they love the winning, and I get that sense with you.
Oh, absolutely. Because you work so hard every day for the same goal. And so when it comes time to actually play, it's a tiny fraction of what you're actually doing throughout the week when you actually have time to go out there and compete with the other team. And so if you don't take advantage of that opportunity, that's more frustrating than anything else. And so that's where I think you hate losing more than you love winning. And I think the great ones do that. And so that's how I try to aspire to be.
Does it stick with you, a loss? Does it eat you up? Is it hard for you to sleep? Because you just seem like the kind of person that you can't wait. You wish there probably was a game on Monday, right? So you can go
absolutely.
out there and get the winner. Let's run it back right now.
Yeah, run it back right now. Always I've been like that. Sleep like a baby the night before and then after. Even if we win, there's so many thoughts and you backtrack. Even if the game went well for the most part, you think about what you could have done better. And especially that goes with the loss as well. So you think about, wow, if I would have done this differently. And so that's the kind of stuff that'll keep me up at night. And that's how I've always been.
So as we digested some of the press conferences you've had over the last couple of weeks and just kind of knowing what you just said there, I thought of Michael Jordan. And I thought Michael Jordan was a guy, you remember his Hall of Fame speech where he flew people in who he felt had slighted him or wronged him along the way to be like, you pushed me to be great. In a way, thanking them, but at the same time, it seems to me you kind of feed off of that kind of stuff as well. And that is a hallmark of great competitors. And Jordan, to your point, was a guy, if he gambles if he's losing to you in golf, he's like, one more hole until he gets even. He's famous for it.
But, famous for that.
Yeah. Is that something that you do, though? You kind of like gather the notes and use that as a little fire?
Absolutely. And, I think my whole life I was told don't pay attention to negativity. You can pay attention to it, but as long as you don't let it affect you in a negative way. So if you actually let what it's supposed to be doing affect you, that's where the trouble hits. But I think if you use it as motivation, stuff to get up early in the morning, stuff to push yourself in the middle of a hard workout, or realize how far you've come but you're not done yet, because everybody has dreams when you're little. But throughout this process, some of those dreams can get lost with everything you do. And so you got to remember why you're doing it. And to me, some of those things help along the way.
One of the things I think's made this such a great fit for you and the organization is you as a player. When you play at a place like Oklahoma, the type of passion that is around that, we're familiar with that with Ohio State here in the state, obviously. That is a monster program with a ton of passion around it. You come to one of the places in the NFL that almost has that and then supersedes that from a passion standpoint and a give-a-damn standpoint. And I'm thinking of your first game against the Jets, and I'm seeing when you come into that game and you see, like, what happened in the streets. Like, what has this been like for you to be on this ride?
It's been fun. Obviously I'm living out a dream. It hasn't gone, perfect by any means, but we're learning and trying to get it better as we go. And so for me, it's been unbelievable so far, but it could be a lot better. And that's the best part about it. And there's always room for improvement. And, to think that we can finish out the season on a really positive note, that's going to be awesome.
When I think of that Jets game, I think of the picture of you kind of doing the strut after you caught the 2-point conversion in those sweet uniforms. And to me, that was the turning point. The season's had its up and downs, as an NFL season does, but you guys have had some great wins, obviously, with Atlanta and Cincinnati. But that moment, to me, I think is the moment for all Browns fans when they said, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, no, and we knew in our locker room before the season happened or started that it was going to be much different than it had been in the past because we had so many new faces, so many different guys that had heard what it had been like here for a long time, and everybody here was like, you know what, we weren't a part of that, but we're going to change that. We don't want to be associated with that. We want to change it. We want to be the reason why, and what better feeling than to be the reason why it turns and changes and turns into back to a winning franchise.
And it seems like you've had a lot of fun with what I'll call the Arizona fraternity here with obviously Freddie Kitchen, Drew Sand, and then Lindley's coming in.
Yes.
And I watch you guys in pregame, and you guys have some certain gestures back and forth to each other that I find very entertaining, and clearly he's kind of assimilated right in.
Absolutely.
I mean, dying just the name Ryan Lindley
no,
gets him left.
Look at his eyes. We call him crazy eyes. He's got crazy eyes. It's a good group of guys that they understand football, and so that's what we've needed here. We need guys that understand football, know how to relate to different people, and I think everybody within our offensive room that gets to be around them can say nothing but great things about them. And so that's what you want. You want guys to be able to affect in a positive way on every level, not just within our room or within the running backs room that Lindley's in now, but you want to be able to reach out and kind of get everybody believing the same way. And so I say that because we could all be doing it wrong, but if we're doing the same thing, we can be good. You got to be on the same page, and so that's what we have right now is those guys getting us to believe in it.
A lot of genuine affection right now that you see both sides. I mean, with Greg, and one of our favorite press conferences from Greg is how he talks about how you guys go back and forth and talk a little bit of smack back and forth, and you go back. A lot of that's not safe for radio, I'm certain, but there is a real affection, it seems.
It's not.
It does seem. I'm curious, as you obviously are one of the most important pieces of this franchise going forward, as they go and John Dorsey and company goes to look for a new head coach, what are traits that you think work in a head coach and stuff that you identify with?
I just talked about it downstairs in the press conference. To me, because it seemed like a Lincoln Riley question fest down there, and the one thing I kept coming back to with every great coach, there's a respect level within the players. Everybody does it differently. They all coach differently. But if you respect that coach that's leading you, you'll go to war for him. You'll do things for him. You'll believe in it. And like I just said, if you trust in that and you're all on the same page, you can be great. And so the respect level has to be there because you have a bunch of guys in the locker room making a dumb amount of money. And so if you don't respect that coach and listen to him, you're not going to have guys on the right page. You're not going to have the same goal. You're going to have different mindsets. And so I think what it comes down to is believing in your head coach.
Yeah, and I think John Dorsey will make sure that is the case going forward.
Buddy Boy's crushed everything,
he's done a good job so far.
Him and his corduroys, yeah.
He's quite the fashionista.
Did you see him Saturday at the Big 12 championship game?
They say there was a luggage issue.
He had shorts?
Yeah, he
was wearing shorts?
with a trench coat.
It was indoors.
Yeah.
He had the trench coat on.
With shorts?
With shorts.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was strong. It was,
Oh, no.
Monarchs.
What is you doing?
All right.
Monarchs is strong.
Yeah.
So Greg keeps talking in his press conferences about the jaw jacking. We know you are a preeminent, you have the gift of gab. Who on the defense can give it back? Yeah, that's a look.
Gosh.
That's real.
That's not good for anybody.
Listen, the fact of
real.
the matter is he's not paid to be fashion forward. He's paid to bring people like this guy into
true.
here, and he
Bringing
does
it
that
back.
well.
It's a good
So,
job out of you.
Thank
Big B moment right there for you.
Well, he's
It's a
on
big
Big
mo-
B's.
big B
We're
moment of the
showing
day.
him. We're
Yeah.
showing him. Who's the best trash talker on defense?
You got a lot of guys on our side, on our team, on that side of the ball that think they're really good at trash talking.
I love this. No one is going to be his answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Peppers thinks he's good because he just talks nonstop. That doesn't make a good trash talker. And Demarius, he's so confident in himself that he sometimes will have a good one-liner, but if you come back at him real quick, he doesn't have any
He's
response.
going to leave him floored.
Yeah, absolutely.
His
And
action trash talking, though, as
Oh,
we
he's-
saw in the game, he had a bit of good action trash talking.
yeah, he can back it up within the game, but within practice, it's awesome going back and forth with some of those guys. And, obviously getting under Greg and Blake's skin is the best part about practice.
Do you have a tag team partner that you two will just get on somebody together and go back and forth?
I got guys that'll feed me info. If somebody's talking during practice, I got Drew back there. Even Ty will throw a little subtle jab in that I'll relay and echo it a little bit louder.
Have you thought or given any consideration to the Drew Fu Manchu? Because, frankly, it's breathtaking.
He shaved it.
What? Oh, it's gone?
It's gone.
We didn't get consulted on this.
You got to play taps. I mean,
Yeah, I think everybody was sad about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
More, not angry with him, but more disappointed than anything.
didn't
It's,
see
Yeah.
the
it's very
comments.
sad.
Right.
Sad to see it go. Yeah.
We were not consulted.
We're
We
not
would
mad
not
at
have
you.
consented to
We're
that.
just
No, there's no
disappointed.
chance.
The end of an era.
It
Yeah.
is the end of an era.
Good era.
You teamed up with Barstool, and you guys are doing some great work off the field. Talk a little bit about how that came about and what type of work you guys are going to be able to get done.
Yeah, so all merchandise that we teamed up and designed with them, going 100% to Special Olympics Ohio. So that relationship started a while back, but I think it grew at Oklahoma. We had a group called Sooner Spectators that allowing kids that less fortunate or were sick under any illness or disability come out and enjoy a game, get a tour of the facilities, be on the field pregame. And so for some of those kids, they enjoy every day. And it's unbelievable. So to be able to show them a good time, and they're truly an inspiration on how to live each day. They find happiness when they have every excuse and reason not to, and they love life. And so that inspired me. But then when I was presented with this opportunity, obviously living here in the state of Ohio and how much I care about that, it was the perfect relationship to build. And so we're excited to have that and have 100% of the proceeds go to that.
I got to tell you, because obviously this is going well, because I ordered one of the Christmas sweaters immediately.
Yeah.
It still hasn't even shipped. It's been 3 weeks. That's how many orders that they're backed up on.
I'll handle it. Yeah, I'll handle that.
Yeah,
We'll get
let
on
them
it.
know. We
Yeah.
got to get them on it.
This
Get to the
gentleman
people.
right here, for 3 months, I have had one request from this man since I took this job. I said, all I want is a Baker headband. That's it. My kid was going to go for as 6 as Halloween.
Must
That's
be
it.
pretty difficult.
And this guy
Yeah.
right here goes, he can't
Wow.
get it done.
Bubkiss.
Can't get it done.
That's what he's gotten so far.
Zilch. He did deliver you today, though.
Yes.
Can we call you a friend of the program now? Will you be a friend of the program?
I'll be a friend.
Friend of the
Wow.
show. 6, friend of the show.
That's it. That's it.
FOTS.
Baker, thank you.
Appreciate
Yes.
you.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Tremendous.
Baker Mayfield.